So I've been rewatching the show Gilmore Girls. It's like my fourth time watching it. But Rory is an ISTP, so is Luke. But okay, Rory's one of the main characters. She starts out in high school and then goes to college. Anyway, she's an ISTP. And so I was just thinking that she's going to Yale and she's taking a big course load, and then her teacher basically is like, yeah, you should drop this class. And then she was like really upset because she's just like has such high expectations for herself. Like, her father took this course load and he did it. I should be able to do it. She was totally upset. And it just made me think about ISTPs and like just reflecting on myself. Like, okay, with this job interview I had, I'm not doing a good job. I felt really upset about it because I feel like doing a good job is something that is really important to ISTPs. We have SE parent, we have SI critic. It's like, it's almost like it's part of our identity. Like, to not do a good job would be like dishonoring ourselves or something. I don't know. But this applies to like what we do for a living. It applies to like being a parent. It applies to being a good friend, to being like a good wife. Like, it's a big deal to an ISTP. Big deal. To fail in something that like we care about is a major big deal. I've thought about if I want to go through and like type all the characters and all this stuff, but I don't know, it seems pretty timely. I was noticing the character Jess. He's, the character I've had a big crush on ever since I first watched the show. He's like the bad boy, Rory's second boyfriend. He also plays a character in that TV show Heroes, where they have like special hero abilities, superhero abilities. Anyway, I suspect that Jess might be an INFP. Like, he totally would look like he could be an ISTP, maybe an ISFP, but I don't know. I'm not ruling out INFP. I definitely think he's 4, that's for sure. I don't know. Tell me what you think. The reason I think that is because, like, that INFP that I talked to a few months ago, just when we first were talking, like, in our audio messages, he was very, like, direct and all this crap. And so watching the Gilmore Girls again, I'm like, oh my God, he totally could be an INFP. But I mean, think about it. It's a TV show, so, they're going to make the characters be a certain way. Like Rory, she's like so into reading and like school. I was never really into reading or school. I did like the bare minimum to pass. I really didn't give a fuck. I just went because it was expected of me. So like, that's why I never really thought of her as an ISTP before. Like, I never thought of her as like, yeah, she's not like me that much. But yeah, she actually is like me. But she also has an ENFP for a mother, Lorelai. I mean, to have your natural pair as your like mother, that is awesome. You get like your best friend as your mother. That was inspiration for my own mothering with my son, because I was like, I want to be like really like best friends with my son. I mean, obviously you have to also be a parent, but I kind of feel like that's how me and my son were for a while there, kind of like best buds. Different than them, girl, but yeah. I feel like it's important to have a close bond with the important people in your life, and your child is definitely an important, if not the most important person, Anyway, yeah, just wanted to say that about ISTPs and just how important those roles we choose for ourselves really are. And I know some ISTP men, they can be like less emotional, or I mean, look at Luke Danes. I mean, Lorelai and Luke, they totally like each other. It's a natural pair. But what am I on? Season 5, the end of season 5, and they're still not together yet. Supposedly that's the relationship where it takes forever to get into. Except I did date a 23-year-old once, and that was very fast to get into. Like, what were we friends? We were friends for like a month, and then it was like an instant relationship. But I think that's just because he hadn't lived life yet and had a bunch of heartbreak yet, and so he wasn't afraid of relationships or intimacy. I think the older an SI user is, the more trauma they have built up, negative experiences with the opposite sex, and then they get more fear and stuff, and more, yeah, so I don't know. I've always known that having a close romantic relationship was like super important to me. So whenever I had those hurts, I was like, okay, that's not the one. Moving on to the next. Let's find him. Probability, right? Yeah, probably not the wisest thing, but it was the wisest thing because then I got wisdom from it. Life is funny, isn't it? Anyway, yeah. So Rory Gilmore and Luke Danes, they are ISTPs in the show Gilmore Girls. And then Lorelai, she's totally an ENFP. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll think about doing a typing. I'm not confident that I could prove that Jess is an INFP. I don't know. Because sometimes the writing, they can make a character look a certain way or whatever, but I don't know. But I just feel like he could be an INFP. Anyway,